advanced class. In about 15 minutes, I'll be done.
Yes, sir.
You're live.
I need the 3 black fellows so they can do that's the quicker. Okay, practice, good drink. So we're live?
Yep.
How's it going, guys? So earlier, what I talked about as a pre-video for this video was certainty. So we're talking about certainty over on the other channel, and I wanted to share with you a little bit for martial arts instructors. And this is for the higher rank martial arts. Lower ranks, you'll get it, but you're going to get it at a different level. Okay, so when I say this, this is kind of fun to recognize, because I'm one of the people who forget from time to time not to teach at my rank, to teach at the rank of the student, and I have a tendency to go too far. So certainty. Why do we choose the art that we choose? Why do we choose the teacher that we choose when we're studying martial arts? Well, one, you want to be certain that what you're learning is what you want to learn, and it's going to get the job done. That's why we all do it. I remember teaching the Marines and having the Marine Corps. I mean, they got an attitude, right? Those Marines they're the most deadly. And then you watch their self-defense stuff and you go, no. But they're so certain, absolutely certain that what they know is going to work. But that's going to get them through 80% of the battle. Their certainty. They believe in it, and they believe this, even though if you break it down as a higher rank, you know there are things that just don't work. Well, as soon as you bring that out, and I've been known for this, to say, that don't work, you kind of screw up the technique. You kind of screw up the certainty of the student. And at times we just have to stop that. But there's a difference between certainty, faith, and blind faith. When you get to a higher rank and you still have faith, and you're not testing your faith, or you're not testing the scientific methods that go behind the stuff that you're teaching, that's blind faith, and it's wrong. Blind faith will never get you past a certain degree. I want you guys to understand that. And I'm not preaching, I'm just sharing with you some of my weaknesses and some of my faults, because I have a tendency to tell people, I know these guys will attest to it, if I teach a technique I'm not real fond of, see, the first thing that happens is, this is a really good technique, and they know I'm lying to them. And when I do that, I kind of screw up the whole experience for them. I've already pre-chewed their food and told them that you're not going to like this, and they may love it. So I try my best not to do that, even though I've done it on here. Most of my lessons, when I say these don't work, are with regards to higher rank thought processes. So when you're a teacher, when you're a higher rank, you should be dissecting these techniques for yourself. When I do it openly like that, I realize that there are lower ranks who get a little miffed, because what I'm doing is I'm telling them that what they're doing doesn't work, and they don't want to hear it. And I really don't want to do it to them. So certainty. Why are you doing what you're doing? Why did you choose where you're at? You're certain that this is it. That's important. Are all arts equal in that manner? Yep. Absolutely. Why? There's basically only 26 moves. But if you study those 26 moves with absolute certainty that when you throw a punch, you're going to connect it to the target that you need, and you're going to get the result that you want. If you're not, you train with certainty that that movement's going to work. There are certain moves you can't do in the dojo and train with absolute certainty of response, because we're not going around killing each other, or we'd run out of students. Right? So some of the death blows and some of the deadlier things that we do, we have to take it upon faith until you reach a rank where you can research it. And you get to go to the prisons and kill the inmates.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. Don't. That's a lie that people used to tell a long time ago. It's a funny lie. Reach me privately, I'll tell you what it is. But anyway, you can do your research. You can have certainty. Trust and believe in your instructor. Trust and believe that what they're telling you is the absolute truth, because it is. You just don't know everything yet, and you're not seeing everything behind the scenes. And as an instructor, trust your faith in that you've learned it the correct way, and then test your faith and scientifically prove and create that certainty in yourself again. Eliminate the things that you're uncertain of, and teach the things that you know to work. Amen. All right.
Is that where the paper's black comes in?
The paper is black. Yeah, you'll hear me say the paper is black, but that's a safety thing. We'll talk about that later. That's a rule of the dojo. Sifu says go. So the paper's black, it's black. But we'll talk about that later. I also let you know I tore my calf muscle, so I'm going to be moving slow. Okay? Here's a word of warning. how many kicks have you thrown as a higher rank? There's that one, I threw it last night, and it's a front snap kick to the groin, and I had a student who didn't have a cup on, so I pulled it really hard, pulled it back so I didn't hit him, and my calf went pow, like a 22 bullet went off. And the whole class heard it, and I still feel it today. So it's still there. It's not hanging or nothing, but I'm gonna be moving slow. Favorite technique, snapping twig. Why snapping twig, and why is it my favorite? Snapping twig is not my favorite technique because it is effective 100% of the time. I don't choose my favorites based on their ability to get the job done. I choose my favorites on what we get to teach with them. Snapping twig, when I first learned it, was against a left punch, and you were supposed to hit it, clear it, and chop. That was the old snapping twig. The new one that I learned later was against a left-handed push, and you get to move this way. I'm going to use Mr. I'll use Dave first. When he pushes, and I step back, it's because it's a push to the center of the chest. What I love about snapping twig is not first strike, because you tell people when you teach it, you have to avoid saying break their elbow. And I know I'm going to make a lot of people mad because the certainty of breaking the elbow is a comfortable thing, but that's about a 10% chance of breaking that elbow. Are you going to affect their height, width, and depth? Yes. Be certain of it. Okay, but I'm not just going to leave it there. That punch is still coming, so I'm going to use the tracking of that punch, go ahead, to allow that shoulder to come in, and I'm going to perpetuate the motion by pulling down and holding on here and driving that chop into the throat. This is what I love about the technique, is these overlapping circles. When I get to here, and I move that hammer fist, I circle this one down, and oh, there was a calf muscle. Sorry, edit. Oh, man. I'm going slow. He pushes. I only got one leg to stand on. It's a broken leg. I hit. I hook. The hand's coming in. I make sure that the chop goes to the throat. I hammer fist. I ridge hand. And then the extension, there's a twist stance. And then the cover that way. Boy, that really does a number on you.
How about you don't do that?
Yeah, well, I think I'm bulletproof.
You are not 25.
I am bulletproof.
You're not
The torn muscle's
25.
different. I did that to myself. He pushes, stepping back, hitting. The angle of this sets up the whole rest of the technique. If I elongate his base that way, I eliminate the punch. But if he still tries to throw it, I still have this check. Here's the circles I love. One, in the way, right? Two. Boy, never felt anything like that. He pushes it. I'll slow it down. What I love about the technique is the fact that when you pull, look, right here, these circles feed each other. Sorry, the demo's a little slow. Thanks, guys. Man, don't pull your calf muscle. Doc said it was just a strain, but he said you could pull the muscle off the bone and it's still considered a strain. I love you guys. Send me your favorite technique. Send me one that you want to see me do, and we'll talk about it. I'm going to try and let my calf muscle heal, but if you know me, I'll never sit down. Anything you guys want to share?
It's a technique that I really love too for the same reasons. When I learned those overlapping orbits, it really brought some value to the technique and helped me learn fluidity.
Yeah.
Coming up through the ranks.
Very cool. Very cool.
Actually, it's more of a health thing about the whole calf situation. Because this is what I've learned from my training is if you don't let one thing heal, that could turn into 2 or 3.
All right, be quiet. Shut up.
You asked.
That's my nurse student there.
Drink plenty of water and stretch.
Yeah. All right, guys, I love you. Certainty. If you're interested in the certainty and other things like that with the workshop, go to my YouTube page. I go live every morning. We talk about all kinds of fun stuff like that. I will be coming back every Wednesday night to do martial arts. Have a good night. Thanks, guys.